indication of how things are headed if it is not that much. So we're going to see. Chicago Cubs 27-14. The Atlanta Braves 28-13. Atlanta just went 3-3 this week. Lost their first series of the year to the Seattle Mariners, but then bounced back and took 2 out of 3 from the LA Dodgers. The Chicago Cubs at 27-14 swept the Cincinnati Reds. The Cincinnati Reds in at number 11. The Reds were number 9.
About to do my yoga, but we're watching the power rankings.
From the Cincinnati Reds, which is an impressive job. And then dropped the series to the Texas Rangers. Dropped 2 out of 3. Just could not do anything against Leiter in that pen on Saturday, and then DeGrom today, Sunday. So, is that going to cost them their shot? If they had swept, or at least taken 2 out of 3 from Texas, I think the Cubs might have a chance. But I have a feeling I know how this is going to go. So, let's get the poll going. Who's number 1 is the question.
It's the Braves. They got a slightly better record than the Cubs. What do you mean?
And the Atlanta Braves. The poll is live. Again, the Atlanta Braves, just phenomenal pitching. It was brought up earlier by Apple. Elder dominated the Dodgers on Sunday. And I know
dominated.
that Mookie Betts isn't there, but
who cares? It wouldn't have made a difference.
I mean, Ohtani was in there. Kyle Tucker was in there.
Yeah, all your stars there, except Mookie Betts.
There's
Mookie, it's a stupid name.
Maybe some of them aren't playing the kind of baseball that you expect. Like the levels of performance aren't there. But don't we want to give some credit to the pitching in those situations? Don't we want to credit Bryce Elder? He was fantastic. Strider, who cares about what happened in Colorado? Because what he did against the Dodgers was lights out. He looked great. Sale, they lost his start, but he pitched great as well. Those 3, and at some point, you're going to get guys back, and that's only going to add to this team. This Braves team is not even firing at 100% right now, and they're clearly the best team in baseball. They're going to get better as the season goes on, which is scary to think about if you are in that.
You already said it. It's scary to think about, but I saw a video. It was called "The Scariest Team in Baseball."
This Atlanta Braves
about the Braves.
Lost their first series of the year, but
that shouldn't even happen against the Mariners.
In the way you would sort of expect a team like this at this point. Olsen had another great week with the bat, 3 homers.
Come on.
14 homers on the season, which is 3rd most in the National League. Dubon keeps on producing, drove in 3 on Sunday, drove in 2 big runs in that 1 win.
Yeah, Marie, better than yours.
What do we got here? Apple, thank you for the donation. Strider, Elder, 2 hits, 15 Ks, 11 and 2/3 innings. No, they were great. They were absolutely great. They got those 3 are phenomenal right now. Let's see, Matt, Phillies have a tough schedule end of month of May. Yeah, let's take a look at that. We'll talk about that. I'm going to let this poll go for maybe a few more seconds.
Oh, well, I got to start my yoga.
Braves, this is what's great. For those of you that don't know this, and I know Cubs fans and Braves fans do know this, they go head-to-head to start the week. How great is that? Number 1 and number 2 will play each other to start the week. Then they'll go their separate ways for the weekend. Atlanta will be home for Boston. The Cubs will head back to Chicago, but to play the White Sox. So
I want to watch that series, Cubs versus White Sox.
Wonderful series to start the week. 1 versus 2 to start the week. All right, let's go. I'm going to end the poll. It is another significant gap. It's not even close.
Not even close, just like with the Dodgers.
18% Atlanta, 18% Chicago.
That's the way it was with the Dodgers, overwhelmingly for the Braves in his last poll.
Last week's vote.
Overwhelmingly, it was for the Braves.
The Cubs really couldn't put up enough of a fight because of that series loss to Texas. And at the same time, while that's going on, the Braves are taking down the Dodgers. That really catapulted the Braves up to a solid standing for this number 1 spot. If it had gone the other way, if the Braves had lost that series to the Dodgers, the Braves were 2-4, and the Chicago Cubs were coming in and they were like 6-1 after sweeping Cincinnati, taking 2-3 from Texas.
The Braves
we
won
might have
6.
had a new #1.
I have
That's
9
not
games
played
on the
out.
road,
Played out the complete
and
opposite.
they
Played out
won the series
everything
against
for
the fucking
Braves
Dodgers,
to
and they
hold
should have
on
beat
to
the
the #1
Mariners.
spot and
But they
get-
screwed up that game.
fill that gap in the voting.
They
for
screwed up.
that #1 spot,
Actually,
which to
in both
me
games that they lost against Mariners, they
signifies
screwed up because they should have
just
won.
how
They should have.
strong
The Braves,
their
if not
team
sweeping the
is
Mariners, they
for
should have
that
won 2 out of 3. They should have took
#1
the series,
spot.
hands down, on pitch down. But they didn't because they
There
were
just-
doing
there was
Reeves
no
things.
run support for Chris
But there you
Sale.
go.
It could have been a sweep. If the
See,
Bats
he even
had
said that could have been a sweep
did
against the Mariners.
what they have done for most of the season, then
Oh no, he's talking about the Dodgers. I think
yeah,
Dodgers.
Chris Sale was good enough. Chris Sale was good enough.
Yeah, he should have won that
to win
against the
game.
Dodgers.
Sorry, Eric. Hey man.
Yeah, Chris Sale should have won that
What's
against
great
Dodgers.
about this is the two teams will play each other,
Yeah, this Tuesday,
and
Cubs
that is
and Braves. Whoa, I gotta
it's
go.
almost like